From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. I'm Sarah Lane. OpenAI loosens cyber limits for vetted defenders. OpenAI is rolling out GPT 5.6 Cyber, a less restricted model for vetted defenders in its Daybreak program. In testing, it answered 95% of advanced cyber requests involving tasks such as exploit chains, authentication bypasses, and privilege escalation, but stayed below the company's highest risk threshold. The limited release is meant to help defenders prepare for increasingly autonomous attacks without giving the same capabilities broad public access. Sandworm's fake recruiters plant a poisoned VPN. Ukraine's Computer Emergency Response Team, or CERT-UA, says Russia's GRU-linked Sandworm group is targeting system admins and other IT workers through legitimate job sites. So fake recruiters move candidates to Telegram and Zoom, then turn a technical interview into instructions to install Sopra VPN. That's a malicious app built from legitimate WireGuard code that can quietly run encrypted commands. CERT-UA says the campaign has been active since at least May. Royal Navy drones phone home to China. A routine security review found cameras on the UK's Royal Navy Kraken K3 Scout drone boats sending heartbeat messages to an IP address in China. The cameras included some Chinese-made components, and the Navy removed their internet access after the discovery. The UK Ministry of Defense and manufacturer Kraken say they've found no evidence that sensitive data or systems were accessed, compromised, or sent outside approved channels. AI gym assistant hacks its way up the waitlist. An Australian man in Melbourne asked an OpenClaw agent running Anthropic's Claude to book a fitness class at his gym, and it found flaws in the booking system that let it reserve spots early and cancel another person's reservation without authorization. The user says he only asked whether it could move him up the waitlist and then told the agent to undo the cancellation once he saw what happened, but it couldn't restore that booking. ABC News reports it's the first, or at least known first, Australian case of an AI agent accidentally carrying out a cyber attack. Huge thanks to our sponsor, ThreatLocker. An attacker uses AI to create a payload your security tools have never seen. Detection now has to recognize it before the payload can act. ThreatLocker approaches the problem earlier by controlling whether that code is permitted to run at all. Explore a deny-by-default approach for your organization at threatlocker.com/CISO. Claude Code gets auto mode by default. Anthropic announced it will make auto mode the default for Claude Code users on Pro, Max, and Team plans starting August 14th. The setting lets Claude approve many of its own actions through a safety classifier, blocking risky commands or sending them back to the user instead of asking for permission at every step. Anthropic says the change will speed up long coding tasks, though the classifier can still miss dangerous actions or block safe ones. Storm 1175 rolls out its own ransomware. Microsoft says the China-linked group Storm 1175 has moved from deploying Medusa to its own C++ ransomware called Storm Encryptor. The group likely gets in through actively exploited enable and central flaws, then uses remote access tools, network scanners, and Mimikatz to steal credentials and data before encrypting files. Microsoft says the attackers can move from initial access to ransomware quickly, in just a few days. Kimsuki builds an offline AI toolkit. South Korean security firm Genians says North Korean-linked Kimsuki is running large language models locally with tools including Olama, GPT-4All, and Misty. The cyber espionage crew operates under North Korea's Reconnaissance General Bureau and reportedly is building retrieval systems that can search private document collections, potentially helping it analyze stolen data, write malware, automate attacks, and produce more convincing phishing lures. And keeping the models local reduces the risk of exposing its work to outside AI providers. Leaked iPhone exploits spread worldwide. Researchers at iVerify say the Karuna and Dark Sword exploit kits have moved from sophisticated surveillance operations into broader criminal use around the world. Karuna combines 23 iOS exploits across 5 chains. Dark Sword uses 6 flaws to take control of vulnerable iPhones, steal data, and install malware through compromised websites. The affected flaws are patched in newer iOS releases, and lockdown mode also blocks many of the attack paths. Framework breach exposes every customer. If you missed this last week, repairable laptop maker Framework reported a breach at its business intelligence provider Metabase, exposing data belonging to all of its customers. The stolen information included names, email, and physical addresses, phone numbers, and login IP addresses, but not payment data. Metabase says the attacker used a previously unknown vulnerability that has since been patched, and Framework rotated its database credentials, while a forensic investigation is continuing. If you have any thoughts on the news from today or about our show in general, be sure to reach out to us. Feedback@CISOseries.com. We really want to hear from you. I am Sarah Lane, reporting for the CISO Series. Stay safe, and don't forget to also have fun out there.
Cybersecurity headlines are available every weekday. Head to CISOseries.com for the full stories behind the headlines.